Thank you very much for tuning back in. My name is Fonny. In my channel, I talk about my houseplant and my Hoyas. In today's video, it is a continuance video related to Hoya Bloom. I created this new series from March 2022 because I realized that spring is kicking in and I start seeing peduncle formation and also flowering in my Hoyas. So I have documented the journey from the peduncle formation all the way to the flower formation. So not only I can see it in person, but also I can share with everyone who are watching my channel. So if you are interested in this type of content, please feel free to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out the next time when I post new videos. Today's featuring Hoya Bloom is Hoya REBECCA. Hoya REBECCA is my first Hoya that bought, and I remember I bought it 1 year ago, back in March time, and it took it a period of time actually to really acclimate to my environment. First question, how long does it take for me to flower my first Hoya REBECCA flower? I think it took around 5 months. I purchased Hoya REBECCA back in March 2021. It took a bit of time to acclimate to my environment. It almost took 3 months until I see new leaf forming. So with regard to the peduncle formation, it took another 2 months more to form. Then we move on to the second part, is the peduncle formation process. At the beginning, you can see that the peduncle grow in between the internode of 2 leaves or 1 leaf. At first, I thought that was a new tendrils that is growing in between 2 leaves. Then eventually you realize that the peduncle is much shorter and it also have a little bit of bump on the end, which eventually would develop to become the spur. You can take a look at the video that I'm showing you right now, how it started off with a very small peduncle all the way to a peduncle that has buds forming. This is an example that you can identify a newly grown peduncle. Here you see this is a very tiny dot that is grown on the same node within the tendril. Here, if you see, it's not a leaf form, but a little dot. This would be potentially a peduncle grown. The peduncle grow very slow from my experience. It takes probably almost like a month to grow from this tiny dot to a peduncle that start forming buds. So after maybe a week or 2, you will see something like this. So this is another status of the peduncle that is formed. You see that it slowly have a little bit of stuff on the tip. That is the area where the peduncle will grow. After a while, probably I would say a couple of weeks, then you see here, this is another peduncle that has demonstrated another stage of growth. This one here, you can see the very long peduncle and the part that attached with the bud, that is called spur. And particularly for REBECCA and most of the Hoya, I would say, the bud will regrown over and over again in the same spur, which means that the longer the spur is, the more time that the same spur has regrown flower bud. After 1 week, then you will see the pedicel has elongated so much more than the video I just showed you. The pedicel is light green color, and when you take a look at the corolla, it actually has different color. I realized that the corolla would be more pink if the bud is exposed to higher light during the formation of the bud. As you can see on this side that is exposed to the sun, which is facing the window that I have, it has a hint of pink on the edge. However, for the another side, it is more white. So that's what I observed for the different colors on the corolla. And you can also see that the peduncle itself is not that long compared to, say, Soidauensis, but it is a very nicely structured flower, I would say. Then after one more week, here you can see the video showing you the opening of the flower bud. Here you see that the corolla is much more pinker than the ones that I showed you in the previous clip. This is because the corolla has been exposed to higher light that encourages the flower to have a deeper pink color. You see that the corona is having a light yellow color, which gives the combination of pink and yellow to be a very pretty combination. So now you can see the entire process of the formation of Hoya REBECCA's flower, all the way from a peduncle to the flower budding. Then we move on to another question. How long does the flower last for? It lasts for around 5 days in my experience. One tip that I noted is if you give the Hoya sufficient moisture, which means that always keep the soil substrate to be moist, the umbel can stay for a bit longer. Okay, then we move on to the flower scent. Hoya REBECCA has a floral flower scent, which is very similar to Croniana. I would say the flower scent kicks in much stronger at night and also in the beginning of the morning. It doesn't have as strong of a scent during the day, but obviously if you have multiple umbels open, you for sure will have a whole room of very nice scent. You don't even need to have a purification scent that you set artificially in your home. Just having a pot of Hoya REBECCA will serve you the purpose. So I hope this video will give you more insight of how Hoya REBECCA is flowered. And I really hope that everyone who are watching this video can experience this just like I do, because it is a very pretty plant, not only giving you the very pretty appearance, very delicate corolla and corona, and the entire umbel is just very precious. It looks like a piece of art, if not artificial. Also, it gives you a very nice scent that gives your entire room to smell like floral and spring. So let me know in the comment box down below if you have experienced flowering the Hoya REBECCA, and let me know if you have any questions or difficulty flowering Hoya REBECCA, and I can try and see if I can answer your question. So if you are interested in this type of content, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will have more Hoya blooming videos just like this documentary, from Peduncle Formation all the way to flowering formation. If you don't want to miss this out, please remember to subscribe to my channel. Well, until next time, I wish everyone is having a good day, and I'll see you next time.